Okay, I'm on the elliptical. If you can't tell, taking like a 30-second break. So, haven't been back to Planet Fitness simply because last time I was there, I was getting in the lay down tanning bed. If y'all have ever seen those Final Destination movies, when that skinny girl fell through, my big ass should have known better than to be like, oh, I'm gonna get in the lay down tanning bed. Because the first little creaky noise I heard, it was like haunted house, Megan was out. So I go back the next day. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try the stand-up tanning bed. Now, mind you, oops, for the lay down bed, I was supposed to be in there for like 3 to 4 seconds. 3 to 4 minutes was more like 3 to 4 seconds. So I got in the stand-up tanning bed, right? My camera's over here, sorry. So the max is 9 and I was like, give me 7. And the lady was like, oh, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I can handle it. And it's like slow-mo, she's handing me the door pass and she's like, it's so much more intense though, are you sure? I was like, give me 7. Yeah, that was like extra crispy. I've been walking around my house since like Thursday or Friday, like a crab, sideways, because you know, scary thought, I did it naked. And everywhere I got burnt. I had burns in places in my body that I probably ain't seen in a year. So with that being said, I took the weekend off. Would have been coming up here to my little gym and not kind of feel like crap because it's a pretty decent gym. But I did the Planet Fitness thing where I signed the contract so that I would make my big self go. But I got too much pride to go back. So once spring break is over this coming Monday, because it's like Wednesday or Thursday today, I don't know, I'll go back. Plus, maybe I won't be so red. The only red I'll have is from working my bubble gut out, right? But with that being said, you ever notice how like you feel better when you work out? I feel better, and then like I've noticed, because it was hard, but I completely stopped like soda. So I think I had like the, what is it, like caffeine withdrawal. And I tell you what, the headache was unbelievable, but my moods are a bit better. And it kind of makes me look back and realize, let me turn this thing off. Kind of makes me realize that maybe they're right when they say you are what you eat. If you eat shitty, you act shitty. And I think my attitudes lately towards myself, like self-esteem has always really been low because I was bullied pretty bad throughout middle school, high school, and then in my first marriage. It's odd. When does it go from being bullied to being abusive? I guess once you're 18, it can be abusive. Anyway, I'm from a small town, so I talk to everybody. When I moved here, you know, I was drinking a lot of soda. I didn't want to be here. Still don't want to be here. And I guess I could get snappy. Not really bitchy, but like snappy. And like, I think Mountain Dew had a lot to do with it. You know, soda and eating crappy like that. Like the Costco pizza. Not that I'm knocking it. But I look like I got a couple Costco pizzas smuggled in my t-shirt. Yes, I joke on myself. Because if you can't joke on yourself, life's just too serious for you, number one. And number two, everybody else did it, why can't I? But I'm more motivated. I get up every day at 6, and I'm not really like, I don't want to be up today. I'm doing stuff in my community for the spouses. Well, I took a break because the spouses aren't watching their children and they vandalized my vehicle. So, I don't know. I'm not really opening up more, but I think my vision's not as cloudy. And, I mean, to be honest, I do have a son, so I am getting healthy for him. But I think a lot of it is I'm getting healthy for myself. Now, granted, I might not ever be super healthy, but because I have that fear of like like the excess skin? Why is my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'll never wear short shorts and have my boobies hanging out, but will I go from being self-conscious about like the rolls of fat to like the rolls of skin? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And it's a little gruesome, but a lot of what got me started, besides personal issue, is Netflix. I watched an autopsy, basically, on a large person. And it really was kind of like looking at myself on the table, except for the boobie implants. These girls is all men. Like, I know, I'm not pedaling, I'm done. Like, little gruesome factor here you might want to skip. But when you're big, I don't know why I always thought, I know your organs are in the visceral cavity inside of your body. I know that from school. But my logic never went with like my imagination. I still always thought it was like a fat and then my organs here, whereas it's organs with loads of fat around it. You know, your organs aren't like this. They're basically spread out with fat all in between them. And that was a pretty big wake-up call there. Like, I don't know why I would ever think that. And then the fact that they do, you know, they do an autopsy, they do go through the organs, seeing how much bigger my heart is than it should be, and how much bigger, because I do have fatty liver disease. It's from a medication, it's not from being obese, because that's a recent development in like the last 6 months. But like, still leg presses, just because they're not loud. I don't know how to put it. Like, it's hard, it's gross, and it is one of those aha moments of, I'm looking at myself, and this could be me. This very well could be me. I mean, her body looked like my body. It's gross. I don't want to go. Don't go looking at Netflix and be like, girl, you look like that. Because I do. But it could be worse, I guess, in life. But it's still, what is it, eye-awakening? Seeing the fact that they not only have to like cut the skin, but they have to keep going through the fat. And then she really grossed me out when she was like, talking about the texture of the fat. Like, a lot of people, you know, they show you on TV, like, this handful of fat is 5 pounds, and it's like massive, and you're like, no way, that's 5 pounds, but it is. And she's like, it's greasy, and all I could think of is like all the greasy food that like I've ever eaten, like your fried chicken. I'm gonna get hungry. Pizza, you know, and I'm like, I'm just storing it in my body. Like, what am I doing? Now, I'm not saying you gotta go to the gym every day. I'm not saying that you gotta start eating like a rabbit. I'm not saying eat like a rabbit and put a whole bunch of crap on your salad. What I'm saying is once or twice a day, try like a bottle of water. You'll definitely see a difference. And from having complications during my pregnancy, it seemed like I just constantly had like a UTI. Now granted, I stopped stone cold then too. I was 275 before I was pregnant, while I was pregnant, and after I was pregnant until I moved here. And I tell you what, I stopped stone cold with the soda then, and I wish I kept going, because you know, when you're pregnant, you're moody. You're a total different extraterrestrial at that point. And I saw a difference in my attitudes. Like, I was hormonal. I wasn't like psycho. You know, like, how's you doing? It's going blah blah. So just try like a bottle once or twice. Like, you don't have to take it from me. You don't have to be like, oh, just because she's trying it, you know, because I'm one of those people who's tried the pills. Let's see, with lipozene, I could probably put an elephant to shame with the farts that I got. I'm not even gonna lie. With hydroxycut, I'd probably put an owl to sleep before I would ever be like a night owl again. Like, no, just awake. I tried cleanses, and you know, when you get the ring of fire, it's not that fun. You start going, well, I'd rather be fat and comfortable than have this stuff leaking out. TMI. I'm a little grossed out too. I mean, you're not gonna drop the weight immediately. You're not. My mom always told me before she passed, it's all about your measurements. You know, how you carry yourself and you change. And I do. I get that from a lot of people. I was 303 pounds My highest weight, I was 315, I think. And they're like, there's no way. It's in the way you carry yourself. But you carry yourself totally different when you're around, like, the ones you love, like around my husband. Like, I've been with him for like 5 years, and I am still nervous, like, when I jiggle. Like, you know, is he ever going to get tired of my jiggle? You know, is he going to keep loving me? And I shouldn't have those thoughts. I'm not blaming society whatsoever, because it's my choice, I guess, to become this big. You know, and yeah, factors like depression and family losses do come into it, but in the end, you have to choose one day to change it. Like, I would have never seen myself wearing anything like this before. These are Jillian Michaels from Walmart, if you're interested. But I would have never before worn anything this tight. Like baggy, maybe not jeans, like baggy pants or dress clothes to hide it. Like, I don't know. I just want to be comfortable. I don't care what anybody else thinks of me except for my husband. But I want to like myself too. I want you to like yourself. If you like yourself the way you are right now, go on ahead. I did. But I don't know, I guess you get to a certain point in your marriage where you don't feel like you're enough and you want to change a little bit. Or a lot bit. Little lot bit. I don't know. So I'm trying it. You know, like I said, for myself, my son, and him. But I just can't. I mean, like, after all the medical school stuff that I've had, I can't believe that I ever let my body get to this point. I guess it's an irrational, rational fear about having the excess skin, because how can I be comfortable being large and then get so uncomfortable I want to change, but then have all this excess skin? You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of easier to buy clothes when you're bigger than it is when you have all this excess skin. And you could go on with them wraps and all that. I tried that too. And what is it, like the Spanx kind of stuff, like the body band-aid, I guess. I don't know what they're called. Like, I have one, you know, just to smooth out my rolls for certain functions. But at the same time, I just want to be comfortable being me. And I have no idea why I can't be comfortable being me. It's not like I'm bullied. It's not like, you know, I'm in an abusive marriage. It's not like I go to school and get bullied. And I don't know if it's like my past or just, like I said, like what I was eating that was just like it fogs your brain so much, because I see a difference since I stopped, and when I would start back up and when I would stop. I do see the attitude differences. And I'm like, you know, I don't know. I feel better. This gives me something to do during the day in between jobs. You know, I come here, well, Planet Fitness or here, you know, and it's alone time. Like, look, I've only ever been in here one time with one lady. Oh, and did you know you could walk on the treadmill backwards? Wouldn't really advise it if you need to live in a bubble like some people. But you can get the, you know, get them babies burning. But I don't know. It's a big difference for me. I do still have, like, times at night where I get lonely, you know, and so I'll drink green tea at night. It's just something that, like, kind of chills me out. I got a cup from the Disney store that is exactly 8 ounces, but it's like the size of a coffee cup because, I don't know, I guess that they want more product for your buck. I have no idea, but it's perfect. It kind of chills me out. If I have a headache, whatever. I'm not saying jump into it, because you should never, like, jump into dieting or hardcore workout exercise, because you need to tone and lose before you get muscle built on top of fat. But at the same time, start small. Make your bed in the morning. There was a video with a Navy Admiral that, like, he's like, if you don't do anything else in your life, make your bed every day. And he is not full of shit, because I was one of those people who was like, oh, why do I need to make my bed? I'm gonna mess it up again. You know what? When I've had a really crappy day and people have knocked me down all day, and I go into my bedroom and I'm like, man, that bed looks so comfortable. It's so nice to be able to just pull the covers back and lay down and be done with the day, rather than where you gotta take more time and add the pillows and fix the sheet and all this. Make your bed every day. He's right. It's the small stuff in life. It really is. Like, it's so quiet in here. I'm gonna leave here and have boys running around the house and Legos and video games. But I don't know. But thanks for listening. Thanks for stopping by. I'd show you how much of a lobster I am, but you'll never get lobster again. But anyway, yep, thanks, bye.